with your breakfast.
Alright, hey guys, and welcome back to another video. So if you are new here, my name is T, and if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back to another video. So guys, in today's video I'm going to be showing you guys my updated makeup routine. Changed like everything, and you know, if you're looking at what I'm looking at, like, it looks pretty good. So just keep watching if you would love to see my updated makeup routine. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Let's just get started on today's video and let's get to it. Alright guys, so let's get started on this makeup routine. So I've already prepped my skin, like put all my moisturizers and all my serums and all of that, and honestly, like guys, when I tell you skin prep is the #1 thing that will either make or break your makeup. Like if your skin is not prepped properly, like bruh, just throw away your whole expectations of a nice flawless beat. Like you need your face to be prepped. The more like moisturized your skin is, the better outcome you're gonna get. To prime my face, I'm gonna use this Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Skin Base. And guys, I'm not even gonna lie to you, this thing cost a pretty penny, but I don't even know what type of drugs they put into this product, but it just gives such a nice, flawless, seamless base for you to put all your products on. Like I will just continue to buy it. And you don't have to put too much. After that's done, we're gonna go in with the actual primer. I use the Marshmallow primer by NYX. My bottle looks a bit busted, but you know, just don't even pay attention to that. I kind of want to focus on minimizing the look of your pores. I find this really makes my pores look like, you know, they don't exist. So now for another star of the makeup routine, the Tillbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. So this spray is like a setting spray and like a prep spray. Hey, my words. So I just spray this on my face, let it dry. So the next thing I do is take my Laure Mercier powder and I put that everywhere where I usually get oily. And to be honest, you know, people be like, oh, I just, you know, put it on my T-zone and blah blah blah, but a bitch like me, I get oily literally everywhere. So I literally just friggin' just go kind of crazy with the powder, to be honest. That's why I made sure my skin was so nice and prepped and moisturized before I did this, because if you kind of just did this straight away without doing all of that, like your skin would just be so dry and crusty, and then you're gonna be unsubscribing to my channel, and then you know, it's just not gonna be fun. I even use my Dior Backstage if I kind of want to go for a more natural, like, you know, buildable type of look. But if I'm trying to, you know, show out, I'll use my MAC foundation. And because it's you guys and I love you guys so much, I'm gonna show out and I'm gonna give you guys a show, and I'm gonna use my MAC foundation. So this is the Studio Fix foundation with SPF. So I like that a lot too, that has SPF in it. So for me, I kind of just focus it on the outer parts of my face, because when I blend, or when you blend in general, you kind of want to blend inwards, you know, so that there's less product in the inner part of your face. We don't want to put too much product on the inside of our face, because we're going to be putting concealer, we're going to be putting blush and stuff, and you don't want it to be so cakey. So the way to not have like cakey makeup is to, you know, use less product and always add more if you need to. See how nice that foundation looks? Like, it's like a natural but full coverage. Girl, I don't know, I just love this foundation, honestly. I can't even lie. Alright, so once that's done, it's time to conceal. And for concealer, I use 2 concealers. I first used the Too Faced Born This Way concealer, and this is one of my favorite, if not my favorite concealers ever. Like, I honestly don't think I'll ever not use it. What I do is I take this Morphe M421 brush, and I'm just gonna kind of use it to color correct and to kind of like carve out where I want my concealer to be placed. I usually would use like the actual applicator, but recently I started using the brush, and I noticed that it kind of gives me a more like precise, you know, application process, and it kind of just makes everything look a lot less cakey and more melted into my skin. I don't know, hopefully that makes sense. So now we're just gonna sit and we're gonna let that concealer kind of, you know, dry down a little bit. Concealer dry down. When it's time for you to blend it, the concealer is not gonna move around. So it's literally gonna stay put where you need it to stay put. This Real Technique concealer brush, setting brush, I don't know, but this to blend out your concealer, just watch the magic happen. When I blend, I always start from the outer and work my way in. Again, this is to make sure that the product stays where we want it to go. Look at how this just smoothly blends out that concealer. It just gives such a skin like, oh, look at that. Ooh, the sponge, like, I don't know, I feel like it's just bare pounding on your face, just, you know, so much hard work. Whereas this is just so like, so effortless, just so I'm blending my concealer, yeah. So once that's all blended out, this is the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I just use this to brighten and highlight my face. I don't use too much of it because, again, I've already kind of put my concealer where I need it to be. This is just to give it that extra oomph that, you know, it needs. And I'm literally just gonna put it right here. For this one, I don't even let it sit down too much. I'll go back with our Morphe brush, and just go around the edges. One thing I love is when my makeup is just very seamless, so I always make sure to do these extra steps to just make sure everything kind of blends in really nicely together. I'm gonna go in with my sorry, I didn't even show you guys, my MakeupBy Mario contour stick, and I'm gonna use this to contour. Ooh, did you look at that? Not even no contour, and look how everything looks. So before we consider concealer, we're gonna use cream blush. So this is the Morphe blush bomb in the color Wild Wine. Let me show you guys how it looks. Using cream blush is another thing that has really changed my makeup look. Like, I used to use like just a powder blush on its own, but I feel like mixing the two has really changed how long the blush stays on my face and just the actual pigment. Such a pretty color, it's so pretty. I feel like putting it at this part really just highlights your cheekbones, and it kind of just gives your face a more lifted look. And please, I really like to blush, so I know you guys are probably like, girl, like, you know, not too much on the blush, but I really like blush, so I always make sure to kind of overdo it. I know I keep saying this has changed my makeup, that has changed my makeup, but this has really changed my makeup. These powder puffs and using it to set your under eye is a game changer. Like, it gives you such an even finish on your under eye. I don't know if it's because of the material or I don't know, but it literally just like melts the powder into your under eye. Like, it's just, I don't even know. Like, anyways, I'm just using my Laure Mercier powder. You guys see that? It literally looks like I have a filter. I like to set and do things in 2 steps, like you guys see with the concealer. So while this is sitting, what we're gonna do now is we're gonna set all our other cream products. So I'm going in to set my contour. I'm gonna use this shade in the Sleek Contour Palette. It's like, you don't wanna just put your cream products and kind of not put a powder over it. We're gonna use, I honestly don't know what the top is, don't judge me please, life's hard, but this is the NYX powder blush in the color Red Riot. As you guys can see, it's kind of like the same tone as the cream blush, again because we're just layering products, so I don't like to kind of do a color that's a bit so different, but I'm just gonna take some here. And literally, oh, so pretty. Once again, you guys do not have to put as much as I do at all because I am aware that I overdo it with the blush. First, I'm using my Huda Beauty powder. This is just one of the best setting brightening powders ever. My same powder puff. And what I'm doing is I'm kind of slightly putting it on the blush. And this kind of just takes away any like extra powder any extra blush I might have done, you know, because again, I'm not afraid to admit I overdo it. I'm gonna go in with my bronzer. It's the same bronzer I've always used, the Morphe Glam bronzer in the color Supreme. But guys, we have to fight Morphe. They discontinued this bronzer, and this bronzer has lasted me so friggin' long, so I'm actually so mad that they discontinued it and they didn't even tell nobody. So but anyways, I'm gonna use this to contour, I guess you could say, my nose. And what I'm doing is I'm kind of bringing it into my eyebrow. I really like bronzer and I really like blush, so, and I love how the two colors I use for the bronzer and the blush work together. So I just do that. I always want our makeup to look very seamless, very nice and blended, very much like, you know, we're professional makeup artists. So I'm gonna go in with my Sephora Microsmooth powder, and this powder is my skin tone powder. So I'm just gonna take this random face brush I have, and I tap into the powder. We're gonna use this powder everywhere, but I kind of focus it on the places where I didn't have concealer or I didn't have blush, just to kind of help not even everything out, but just kind of give, I don't know, it just adds another layer of like seamlessness. Putting that powder just kind of toned everything down and kind of just, again, just made everything look, the word of the video is seamless. Like, the product I use are Charlotte Tilbury, the Charlotte Tilbury, I don't even know what this is called, but this is what I use to wipe off the under eye. I usually use a bigger brush, like a brush like this, but I don't know, I don't know where it is. I'm just gonna use this and hope it works. But yeah, so I just tap into the powder and I kind of use it to actually kind of tap, swiping it off like this, again, to tap that powder into our skin as well. Are you guys seeing the skin? Like, now that our base is basically done, I'm just gonna go back and touch up my eyebrows. I feel like you don't need to do this step, but if you're someone who's oily like me, definitely do this step. So one more time, I'm just gonna spray with the Charlotte Tilbury. This is just like an extra spray. I use the NYX matte finishing spray. I'm gonna go in with the Laure Mercier powder and this powder brush. Tap very lightly. We honestly don't need too much. And I'm just gonna tap my face. This just helps to make sure, again, my skin just looks very smooth, very even, and to kind of help with oil. Whenever I do my lips, I just like to take the powder puff and just kind of pat it on my face. I'm gonna take the Chestnut liner and I'm just gonna line my lips. I'm gonna be using the color Cinnamon Roll. It's so pretty. I like my lips to kind of have a bit more type of ombre effect type of going on. So I'm gonna go in with Cairo, which is actually one of their soft matte lips, but it's like a light pink color. Mine is actually running out. I need a new one. And I'm just gonna put this in the center, and you guys are gonna see the difference it makes. Kind of added like a ombre effect to my lips. Like, it just kind of brought my lips to like a different level. Alright guys, so that completes my updated makeup routine. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it and you guys actually learned a couple new things from this video. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and also subscribe if you want to see some more makeup videos. I'm going to be trying to put out a lot more makeup videos and trying to give you guys a lot more reviews and things like that. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. Hope to see you guys in the next one, and yeah, bye guys.